Thursday Night Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live with Bill Tucci.
Behold his mighty hand.
Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang.
Just want to manage expectations.
Weird.
This is the worst.
The suspense was killing you all, wasn't it? I could feel it coming through the airwaves. Happy 2025. I'm teen sensation Billy Tucci. I've got a very special guest with me today, my bro from another Mo, J.C. Vaughn, president of Gemstone Publishing, obviously the grand poobah for the Bob Overstreet Price Guide, and a great creator in his own right, and my partner on Shi Gatecrasher. But thought I'd have a little fun with you guys for the first stream of the year. And well, without further ado, or don't, J.C. Vaughn.
Good evening and Happy New Year. I don't know if you saw my comment there. I thought it had all the power and gravitas of Ang Lee's Hulk.
Yeah, well, that's what you said. Then that's why I started to break a little bit when he. What's up, Senor Sanchez? I'll see you in a few weeks, brother.
And you know, in all seriousness, it was effective because nobody knew what the hell was going on, including me.
Yes. Gotta build it up.
And it's always when you get somebody's attention, right?
It is. So, I think that's gonna be my thing from now on. I'm gonna just let the crowd start to swell.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be your thing.
Like even at Comic-Con, just someone will come up to me to sign a book, and I'll just.
Well, yeah, I think it works way better in person.
Yeah, or I'll just stand.
Absolutely, and then you just need somebody in the back. You need somebody in the back of the crowd going, "Is it Shi or Shy?"
Yeah, and it's whenever they ask, you know the answer, don't you?
Well, I do because I've been the one in the back of the crowd asking that.
It's always Shy whenever anyone asks. Oh, we've been doing that since 1994.
We have been.
You're Shy. Oh no, it's Shy. I told you.
It's one of my favorite things at a convention. And that and signing people, handing people comics to sign that they didn't work on. I enjoy that too.
Oh, that's a good one.
Have you ever talked to Soloff about J. Michael Straczynski?
I have, but I'm not familiar with
creator of Babylon 5.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Mike adores the guy's writing.
Sure.
He just absolutely. But he also, every time they've done a Babylon 5 panel, Mike has gone and stood and waited in line to ask questions. And when he gets up to the microphone, he asks the same question every time.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah. And another one that's just perfect. He waits through the whole line to get a signature, right?
Right.
And he asks him for a sketch. And he's a writer. And it's just.
For those of you who don't know Soloff, you're not missing much. No, of course you are. If you want to send him the link, maybe he's on the Facebook and he could join us for a spell.
That would be good.
Yeah. Well, today I wanted to go. We've been discussing it. Jeff, thank you so much for coming into the office a few weeks back. And
indeed.
And helping us with our planning. It's always delightful to have you and then have a nice lunch. I want to say hello to everybody out there and a happy new year. Hi, Con. Good to see you. Happy New Year, of course. Marcus Killigrew. I knew I was live. Marcus Killigrew. Tippy McKinney got it, of course. Philip Owens. Thank you. Philip Owen. Thank you. Yeah, Debbie hates it. Debbie despises it. She walked by the other day and just pulled it.
I gotta say, even though it's taken you about 6 months to get this far, and like usually around 4 days, I've got about as much as you've got.
Oh, do you?
Uh, okay, you've got hair on the top of your head, and I don't.
Yeah. But I also
Uh,
I shave it a lot. I shave it down. Like she won't let me
yeah,
grow
stick
it.
with that story, okay?
No, really, I keep shaving it. I got the thing.
Really?
Yeah, I got the thing that shaves it. I could show you all, and I have it on like a 6
You
now,
mean
and I've gone
like
down to a
like a
3.
trimmer?
Hmm?
Like a trimmer, not a shaver.
A trimmer, yes, a
Yeah.
trimmer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure everyone out there, you're all imagining, or probably, imagining that, with the beard and all, you probably think I'm very hairy. But little secret, all shaved.
Thank you. So this is a big year,
Yes, it is.
and part of it is because things were delayed.
Mm-hmm.
That Gatecrasher, we wanted to be into by last fall. But that said, we're coming together rather splendidly.
Is that looking kind of Disney-esque?
I think they are.
He looks so crazy in this. He looks like a madman or a mad mouse.
Yeah, maniacal mouse.
Maniacal mouse.
Um,
Yes, and in 2024 was a big year of looking back and celebrating, being in this industry for 30 years and to celebrate Shi and Crusade Comics. And thank you all for supporting us through that wonderful year. But I think now, Jeff, it's time for us to look forward.
Yeah, listen. There's got comics. Comics are a double-edged sword. You can get lost in nostalgia, and it can slow your progress forward. You got to acknowledge where you've been. You have to celebrate the successes.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned when I got you and Brian together the year before and talked about doing the price guide covers.
Yes.
If we don't celebrate the fact that these two indie characters are around 30 years later, when even characters from the big two have come and gone, multiple characters have come and gone during that time. And some of them disappeared without a ripple.
Right.
The fact that two independent publishers, independent creators, have hung on to their visions and still have any kind of following, let alone the successful followings that you and Brian have, it's pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah, and there's a lot. There was a lot of ups, lots of downs, a lot of trials, tribulations, of course.
Yeah.
But we're here, and I talked to him a few weeks back, and especially everyone who backed the Deadly Trio too. Thank you so much. $75,000 it did on Kickstarter in a month.
And not only that, I want to point out all of which you, Jimmy, Brian, Amanda, all of which for characters you're not known for.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if we had the first time ever that you introduced Jim and Zombie Sama, if we had that kind of a reaction to a first-time character when you did that initially, what kind of different course would it's been? This is a phenomenal. Listen, it's not a Lady Death number. It's not a Shi Omnibus number. This is brand new characters, and nobody truthfully knows what to expect except quality from you guys.
Right.
On this. And I think 75,000 is exciting. And not only that, I can tell you, having seen what I've seen behind the scenes,
right,
that people who missed out on this are going to be really disappointed.
Yeah, you missed out. That's it. I mean, I don't know if we'll do a second printing or something like that, but it's not going in demand.
No, I neglected to ask this when I was in the chat when you and Brian and Jimmy were talking. I neglected to ask this in the chat, which was, will this follow Brian's normal thing of there's some in the direct market? Because if there are that'll be a chance for the people who missed out. But it won't be the exquisite package that everybody's going to get from participating in the crowdfunder.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. You will miss out on all those stretch goals that we added, and I'm sure it will be in a few years. broken down and all, but
Yeah.
We appreciate everything you guys did. Thank you for the big support. And speaking of crowdfunding, we are having a grand old time of Shi Gatecrasher. Here we are, guys. We're less than $500 away from $90,000, and to unlock the Rini Strikalski trading card. So we've already unlocked a ton of these trading cards, and thank you all for supporting us. You guys have just been amazing with this, and it is so appreciated. But right now we're just $500, shy of unlocking that stretch goal.
I knew it was shy.
It is. It is shy. And if we can hit that, who knows? The sky's the limit. We will be launching this book for the Kickstarter backers with its own special edition, exclusive edition, on the 15th of January, in less than 2 weeks. I spoke with Niall Scala today. He's been having a crazy time at work. He's been super busy. His wife's been super busy. That's why he hasn't been he has not been
popping the XP.
Yeah, he has not. But we're all getting there. Wait a minute. This is old. Hang on. That's old. Let me refresh it. Here we are. Yeah. Okay. So we're 89,000. That was 88,000. I had to refresh it. So we're almost, so we're like $514 away from $90,000.
That's incredible.
Yep, 9.
And considering that we've just gone through 2 weeks where we really weren't pushing the campaign.
No, yeah, I've been, with the holidays, but also then pushing and promoting the Deadly Trio. The book I did with Brian Polito and Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor. But now we're all back into Shi. We are all focused on it. And again, we are just we're a little over $500 shy of unlocking the Rini trading card.
You're going to keep saying shy all night, and I'm just going to sit here chuckling.
Once unlocked, we will our $95,000 stretch goal will be a Rand debut bookmark. So I'm going to take the Rand image from the.
Is that from page 8?
No. Well, I could do it on that one. Yeah, we could do that. That could be a nice image. I didn't think about that one from page 8. Or should I just?
I even got the page number right.
Yeah. Or should I do? Yeah, I hope so. Or I was thinking maybe the cover image from the ash can.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because that'll fit nice in a bookmark. Once that's unlocked, and if we could get to 6 figures, we will have the Rob Liefeld actual metal trading card. We're going to make a metal trading card and give that to all of you guys. Marcus, you said you need a trading card binder.
Oh yeah, you know what? That for a future project, that's a freaking great idea, because you guys have done some great trading cards.
Yeah, well, we did one, Jeff. We did the trading card binder. We offered it, and I don't
remember that, because I've got Ethan's.
Yeah, yep, we've got it. I can get you one. They're at the office.
I didn't even see one when I was there.
Hey, it's my brother Vinny. What's up, Vinny? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, bro. Sorry to call you. I spoke to Mom the other day. I just man, I was cleaning all day and it was nuts for
let's just stick with the whining.
Yeah, I'll call you Saturday.
I was busy. I was cleaning.
No, dude, we did a deep clean. I have not cleaned this house since June, I think.
Which is always fun when you've got animals.
Yeah. Oh God. And she's coat and just scrub. I mean, I did a scrub. I scrubbed the bathroom floors. I did the floors. I knocked if any of you guys saw the horror, the booze, let me find that and share that. That was fun. I'll tell you guys about that one. Let me go to the book face right here. I think it's on Facebook. I did it. Jeff, you have to pull up your Christmas pictures when you and Rosina went to the hotel.
Yeah, remember, whatever the deal is, I can't seem to share them. I don't get why that is.
Really?
Yeah, every time that I've tried to, we've screwed that up.
Well, let's find it. Let me go. I'm going to share my Facebook page. Hang on. Let's share my face so I can just go to that Facebook. Okay. There we go. All right. So for those of you to see, this is Ending the Deadly Trio. Didn't I put it on Facebook?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll go with heavy. I had to. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So that's me. Jeff, this is me 30 minutes before my whole family's coming over for Christmas Day dinner. So what
you're getting liquored up and smashing bottles
yeah,
ahead of that.
yeah, I was, yeah, we were like at a Greek wedding. So what happened is that, again, I'm scrubbing, I'm cleaning, but again, Asha, who you know, we have 100-pound Shiloh Shepherd. There's just hair everywhere. There's just dog hair everywhere. I literally vacuum and sweep the downstairs every single day. So I'm sitting there and I'm vacuuming. Finally, I set up all the booth. This is Debbie's grandmother's antique table. So I'm like, oh, let's put it there. And it looked all nice, all the booze. So I'm vacuuming and I see a little bit of strand of dog hair. And she's a long-haired shepherd, a Shiloh shepherd, yes. A plush. She has long hair. And she's blowing her winter coat. Go figure. I don't know. Or blowing her summer coat. Go figure. Anywho, so I got the vacuum clean. I see this hair. I'm like, let me just do it. And I just go and I just clipped it. That's me. I didn't take a shower yet to get done. So Vinny, you can listen to this. So I hit it, and the table, again, the table's got to be 80 years old. It was in the parlor over a heating vent. And I think that just dried the glue, because see where the legs are. And I clipped it, and the whole thing went. And Vinny, if you remember, my brother, when moms did that, when all the raviolis fell on Christmas Eve that time, when my mother's house, my mother had all the raviolis on the table, right? Or was it all the fish? Whatever, the table just collapsed from the weight of all the food and just broke everything right before dinner. So we ended up throwing everything out. My grandfather ended up making linguine out of it, because we make our homemade ravioli every Christmas. Yeah, I think it was Christmas Day. I think that's what it was. It's crashed all over the floor. Paul, my Uncle Paul Strouch was there. He's like, just wash them off. I'm like, yeah, we can just wash them off. But anyway, so clipped it. And of course, what broke is everything everyone drinks. Now, I think we have a bottle of wine that Soloff gave us right here that we haven't drank because we don't know what it is. It's some kind of like raspberry wine. It's like one of the things nobody drinks. So, of course, that doesn't break. But look, the Jameson breaks. The number 7 breaks. The vodka, the big thing of Kettle One vodka I bought, what everybody wants, broke. All the wine, the red wine, and it. So Debbie, now I'm screaming every obscenities in the world, and I end up. Thank God my scotch was in the liquor cabinet, because I hide it because I don't want anyone to drink my scotch. So thank God that was, because that would have been a disaster. I now have to get the mop and glow, whatever it is, and clean everything up. I don't think it's mop and glow, whatever. It's a wood cleaner. So I had to clean all that. Debbie texts Jamie, our cousin, and takes a picture and says, drive slowly with this picture, because they were coming over. It's at 20 to 3. So thankfully, Jamie's like, all right, we'll come at 4. But holy shit, what a nightmare. So luckily, the liquor store up the block was open. So William went to go get in. William bought new Jameson, new number 7, new vodka, and no one drank any of it.
Of course. Anytime I see broken bottles and Mike, and when Mike gets mentioned, Soloff, there was a year that he got to San Diego. He was there for Jeppy's Entertainment Museum. He got there early for a couple of days on his own dime to have a little bit of vacation, right? Mm-hmm. So he's staying in this cheapo hotel in true Soloff fashion. And he thinks he's going to transport from, when he moves to the company hotel, he thinks he's going to transport chocolate beer in his luggage. And the bottle broke.
Of course. That's Soloff for you.
In one anecdote.
Yeah, he bought this stuff. When he came up from Mexico, he brought this stuff which was like cartilage, like shark cartilage or something, in a bag, and left his bag. Now he was sleeping, because we had people over. He was sleeping in the parlor. We set the bed up and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where our nice furniture is, but it's big enough we have a bed that we could put down there. when we have a lot of fulfillment, when we're fulfilling the books and all of our friends come in and it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. He left the bag on top of his suitcase and the dog got at it and ripped it up all over and ruined the couch because it got all the, and I'm like, Debbie's like, Mike, what? He's like, oh man, that's my, my cartilage, whatever. I don't know. It's supposed to be good for you for something. She's like, you put it in a Tupperware or something. You don't just leave it in a bag with this dog that smells whatever it was. But that's him.
That's Mike.
No, I did not. I think I scared her. I was screaming so much. Debbie is that's my niece Teresa. Hey niece. Hey T. Debbie is known. Have you ever experienced this, Jeff? When I'm talking, and did she do it when we were at Friday night in San Diego? That I just start talking and talking, and you just see Debbie. She goes like this, and she always wears pumps, like 4 or 5 inch heels, and she just goes, and she's like, "Hang on." So I'm like, then I say to this guy, and I'm like, "Oh!" And she clocks me in the top of my freaking head with the heel.
I can say honestly, I've never seen her do that. I've seen her tempted.
Yeah, she's a monster. Oh, she'll pull it out now and try to. Yeah, she'll try to. But she did a great job for Christmas, for New Year's. She made this. Look at this. I might have a better picture of it here. Yeah, she made. Now we have to get her a lattice knife. But she made from venison, from one of my deer, a venison Wellington, beef Wellington, but not beef Wellington, but venison. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. And she made this delightful dinner. Let's see if it goes this way or this way. That was a storm. Was that crazy?
That wasn't
that nuts?
Really a downpour. Did you guys have hail up there?
What?
Did you guys have hail during that?
I don't know. I wasn't going out there.
We did. Yeah.
Well, we were out smoking cigars.
It was hail the size of canned hams.
Canned hams. I prefer steamed clams. Steamed ham. But if you look, where's the pictures? So then she made this. What a great spread she made. Very, very intimate with just Pam and Tony, her college roommate, and her husband and her son and his buddy came up. So it was William, my brother Philip, my mother-in-law. We had it was great. A nice, quiet, New Year's Eve. And that's why I think I didn't get hit in the head with the heel, because I had no one to show off to. It's usually what I start doing, showing off. Great story here. Did you see this at George Harrison? I know I'm totally meandering. I don't care. I just want to hang out for a little bit. Jeff, we'll get to your campaign, okay?
Sure.
We'll get to our campaign. I want to go through the list of what we have coming out, and we're gonna scroll through it. In September of 1963, right? The Beatles were huge, obviously, in Europe and in the UK. Huge. And they decided they all needed a break because now they're going to go forward.
Yeah, because they've been playing Hamburg and then back to Liverpool.
They played 200 dates in that year, 1963.
Yeah.
200 live events and put out 2 albums, I think. Had a slew of top 10, number 1 singles. It was already starting in the UK and Europe. And they're like, we need a break because Epstein was going
to. So George came over to see his sister.
Yes. So George's sister married a Scottish engineer, energy engineer, coal engineer or something, and they moved to Illinois. And George and his brother, that's the other Harrison brother. That's his sister in the middle and his niece. They went to the United States. So he's like, well, I'm going to go visit my sister. And it's pretty crazy that that's the last time that he ever traveled anywhere, right? That no one bothered him.
Yeah.
Didn't think about it. And he went to record stores. He was interviewed by 2 girls for like high school papers. One of them played She Loves You for the first time ever. It was played in the United States was She Loves You. Then he ended up getting up and singing at the local, I think the VFW or the Bocce Ball court bar. And he played with his band, which was his sister's friend's band. And just think about it, like his last, and last sense of, I don't want to say peace because they're a little bit
Not being of not being famous.
yeah, not being famous. And even with his hair, they're like, "What's with that guy's hair?" And the people, like, he was really skinny, and I felt kind of bad for him. Like, I wanted to give him money for a haircut, because in the United States, if you had long hair, you were poor because you got a haircut twice a month. So I'm just like, what a charming story of him, and of playing this. And then he went to a dance at the teen. It's called the Teen something.
Sensation?
No, I know. I wish it was. It's called. It says here, Teen Town. He ends up going to Teen Town with like some of the neighbors' kids, his, that live with his, near his sister. And the woman who was a chaperone thought he was a very nice boy and all that. And the next time she saw him was on the Ed Sullivan show of them playing She Loves You. 4 months. This is September, so that's February. Is that crazy? That's just.
Yeah, well, that's just, that's how it happened over here.
Yeah.
It was that big and that sudden.
Crazy.
Yeah,
but I just love it. I'm like, what a great film. Like, what a great little movie that could be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, and then, like I said, him getting in and playing, he played a song that the Beatles covered twice. He played guitar with the band when he sat in with the band and stuff. And he loved America. He loved the cars. He said everything was nice and how, wide open it was. He's in not rural, but suburban Illinois, Next thing you know, he'd probably never been go to a certain.
I love the fact that he did one of the records he bought was Got My Mind Set on You.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's his album Cloud 9 that's on was his last hit album while he was alive.
Yeah.
Brainwashed came out after he had passed. But that whole album's freaking great.
Yeah.
But at any rate,
did you send Soul off the link?
No.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, the heck with Soul off. We don't need him. We don't need no stinking Soul off. So
yeah, we absolutely do. We don't necessarily need him for the show.
Yeah, we don't need him right now. So anyway, so I've got a grand plan, my brother, which is right here, and I'm going to share it with you all. Let me find it. Oh yeah, we've got a big plan. We've got a terrific plan. We're going to start off pretty slow, and then we're going full steam ahead. So everyone, this is the Crusade. Let's make it a little bit larger for you. Whoop, that's too big. That's okay. The Crusade Fine Arts 2024, because we did this in 2024, to 2026 publishing schedule and convention schedule and blah, 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 blah.
I'd just like to point out, in terms of disclaimers, this is not legally binding.
No, it's not. It's not. But I want people to know that.
But we want people to know what our intentions are.
Yes. And I got to tell you, I feel like it's like 1994 again, Jeff. After you left, I felt so good about this is our plan and we can do this. It all depends on me finishing my Gatecrasher art by the end of this month, which I will.
And that gives you 29 days.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. This is to do.
So should we start the Jeopardy clock?
Yeah, to do 38 pages, 28 pages. 38 pages. I can do it. I
believe you. And you know why I believe you.
Because you're gullible.
Yes.
30. We could do it. No, not 30. We've done, with 38 pages. Okay. So here's our schedule, guys. Let me know what you think. So I broke it down, obviously, the tech sets in black will be our direct market distribution, when we're back in comic shops. Our red will be our crowdfunding. Green is my conventions and appearances. And blue is our BillyTucci.com specials, which we will be doing a few.
It's not an overwhelming amount, but there's interesting.
San Diego Comic-Con, and I think New York Comic-Con might be it, and hopefully a few others.
And I think that's enough to keep it interesting, and I'm sure that we'll have the opportunity to drop in one or two others, perhaps.
Yeah. But I got to get my butt moving on all this stuff. So our goal is
because the point of all this is to make more comics.
To make more comics. So let's do this so you can see it a little more. Excellent. And regarding to Gatecrasher as well, is the goal to this is to get this book. We're launching a Kickstarter on January 15th for our Kickstarter backers out there for Shi Gatecrasher. The goal of this is to have this book at the printer by the time the campaign ends in February 15th. That's the plan. So let's give it a whirl. And thankfully, Jeff has come on board to help Deb and I out. We've got a great little team here. We start fulfilling. I think Rocketeer comes tomorrow. The Rocketeer Pavlichenko book.
Oh, really?
Yep. So
I'm really looking forward to that book.
Yep. Should come to. If it doesn't come tomorrow because it's Friday, we'll have it Monday, and we'll start fulfilling next week. But I think it's coming tomorrow because Debbie was already talking to Matthew. He's got to work and get Diamond stuff out. So
well, I have to say I find it very fulfilling, Billy.
Yep. So we're going to start in January of this year. On the 9th of January will be our March previews edition for May in store. So we're gonna
the normal cycle there for folks that aren't in the comic market normally is when something appears in previews, the catalog from the distributor, then shows up in comic shops usually 2 months later.
Yes.
So when we say March for May, that's what we mean.
Yep, exactly. So because of all the work we have to do in January, we're only doing one book. We're only doing the Shi Haikyuu #2 rough cut edition.
Hey, Brett Carreras joined us.
Hey, Brett, what's up, buddy? There he is. You look good, buddy. Brett lost, I don't know how, 91 pounds or something. I didn't know he had that much to lose. You look good, buddy. Looking real good. So good to see you. Happy New Year, my friend. So Shi, again, big news, returned to comic shops this year. Well, last year, actually, now. We're going to be moving forward into 2025. And I want to go through this with all of our plans so that you know all the super cool stuff we have coming out.
Maybe not all the plans.
Yeah,
most of the plans.
Most of the plans. Yeah, I can't give you all the plans. We're definitely not going to give you that. For the first of the 15th of January, we will be launching Shi Gatecrasher on Kickstarter. It'll be it's on Indiegogo right now in demand mode. You guys, again, we're knocking on the door of $90,000 for it.
And by the way, I want to point out that even if you've backed it on Indiegogo and just want to look at the Kickstarter page, we will have pages that are colored and lettered from the book on there, and they are going to freaking blow you away.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%.
I so seriously can't wait for people to see the whole first sequence of this thing. I mean, page 1 is just gorgeous. Page 8, man.
Yeah, page 8's great when we first see
Rand. When we see
yeah.
Rand. What do we got? Page 6.
We have 5 pages done. So we have pages that are complete, ready for color, and 10 pages
and some production. Like page 4, you know,
I got to fix the face on page 4. I'm not happy with it.
Page 4 is going to be really cool when the whole thing is put together. But there's a bit of production work involved in that one.
Yes.
So that's one. But page 5. Page 5 is when she falls through the door.
Yes.
And it is already trippy. Page 6, man, page 6 is what I dreamed it would be. And I love that feeling as a writer.
Yeah.
When you do something like that. Hey, Nicholas is here too.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Do you want me to share some of the roughs of those? I mean, it's already out in the ash can. If you guys want to see them, I could show you.
Well, you're talking about the ash can. I'm talking the.
Oh, you're talking about the final. Okay, yeah.
Pencils or finished pencils. If you want to share them, I'm game for that because
you guys want to see him? Yeah.
I'm really happy.
If you guys want to see him, tell me you want to see him out there, and I'll see 160 people watching. Thank you all for joining us. We're having a good time, Jeff and I.
I believe we're legally obliged to say, click the like button and press the subscribe thing.
Yeah, let me find the Dropbox and see if I can find those pages and share them.
So we got Past Master Dan there. Thank you guys, Marcus.
Yes, thank you, Dan. I'm not going to show any of the final. I don't.
Okay,
think.
All right.
Maybe I can. You wanna? I'll show some. Why not? That's
so listen, man. A couple of these pages are so freaking good. They can't help, even as black and white, sell this book.
Yeah,
because it is really, really good. And since this is a bit of a shift, not having Gardenio finishing your pencils.
Well, we're having it inked too now. We have an inker too. So,
what I mean is that, you know, some of the folks that are on here did not see his work with you on
Miss Fury. Yes.
And even if they did, I don't think they're going to be prepared for the level of detail and energy he's putting into these pages.
Oh man, absolutely. 100%. So let's see if I could find it here. I'm on the PC. Page to be formatted for color.
His tools.
Okay, let's show some pages here. Is this the one you like, Jeff?
I like all of them.
Yes, here we go. Okay, so let's show this one. Let's see how. Let me stop sharing the screen, and then we'll go forward with our new stuff here. I'm gonna stop sharing. It's just you, Past Master Dan says it's just you and me. Don't worry, it's just us. It's just us girls. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can go big on this image. I want to focus on this image right here.
Do we have time for you to focus?
Yeah. Cruel. So cruel. Okay.
Hey, while you're looking at that, can you glance at my sweater?
I can't right now. I got to share the screen.
Yeah, just trust me on this. It's a cool sweater.
Yeah, but I got the page now. Let me just share it. Hang on.
Page 6. Okay, see the sweater?
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Gotta tell you this, man. It was my dad's. It's a year older than me.
Wow.
So, you know, I obviously, you know, my late dad's birthday was Christmas. So I was thinking about him, but, you know, I mean, not anything bad or anything. Just but I was thinking about a little extra over the holidays. And I knew I had this tucked somewhere, and suddenly it was cold enough to wear it.
Yeah, that's so great. Love that. Can we see if I could zoom in a little bit? Let's go to 75%. Let's go to
let's get me out of the big picture here.
Yeah, hang on. I got a 150. It's too big. Hang on.
I didn't shine my head today.
Let's go to 75%. Okay, it's we're gonna have to go less than that.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Nice. Looking really good. Hang on. I'm so excited, guys. As you can see, Jeff and I are both very excited.
I mean,
all right, so yeah, let's do this. We'll give you a little bit of
look at the detail in the art. Just look at that.
Yep. Here we have. Yep. Anna is she basically she falls through a vortex, and through a door, and ends up on the street in June of 1941. And here she's laying on the ground. Those are comic books all around. They're going to be all classic Golden Age comic books.
From page 4 through this page, they'll be fluttering around, and there'll be a bunch of them.
Yes. Let's see if I can make this custom. Let's see if I can a little bit. Okay, that's gives you a bit. So here she lays. She comes down. She's opens her eyes and looks up. And there we see the Chrysler building. She's in Manhattan, right? And then what do you see streaking by, or some city? You just see.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, but you know, I'm sure that people nearby, while we may not say what it is, people nearby might be saying, "Look up in the sky," you know, people in the know will understand that we have dropped back in time.
Yes.
And then we'll confirm that 2 pages later.
Right. Yes.
Style.
Yes. And then I'm going to have to go to correction here. So I have to click out. And let me go.
Look at that. That's the page in whole, even though it's
there's the
small there, you get an idea of how beautiful the composition is.
All right, let's see. Is this, what page is this one? Oh, here we go. This is it. Okay, let's share this one. And this is when you see Rand for the first time. So I'm going to zoom in a wee bit. There you go. Look at that. So this is my original inception of Shi. This is Rand. This is what Anna Ishikawa would have been like. And just look, what a great page, man. If I do say so.
It's a dramatic shot. You came up with a really great composition, and his execution of it is really tremendous. I was concerned that it really have the period feel to it. And the minute I saw this, I just waves of relief combined with awe of like that guy's expression right there. Look at that. Yeah,
isn't that like, so and then we can't give you away. So they're able to actually snap into they're going to start changing with every page. Every page changes. Every
doorway, every arch, every tunnel, every hatch.
Yes, leads to another genre, another decade, sometimes another trend. And there's Rand. So this is Rand, and there's Anna. A little nod to J.G. Jones, who designed Anna's beautiful Naginata casement. And I just think you guys are gonna love this. I freaking love it, man. I'm so happy with it. We have the door picture too. We gave them a little bit. We give them enough. When the Kickstarter launches, we'll open it up with the we'll show the color. So hopefully,
are we going to show color and letters or just color?
I don't know. Hopefully. I
think. Listen, I mean, if we get a chance and can get that in on Mindy's schedule as well as the colorists, which is, by the way,
I want to send them, Brian and Christy. I have to, but I have to finish a page. I got to finish a head.
And we've got just. Here's the thing: if you come along for this ride, you're going to have a good ride.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll show them one more page. We have to show when our first public domain character shows up. We have to. And Jeff, if you want to say, your apology to the.
Yeah, one of my we've got a character in there, and it was. I mean, listen, you guys know what I do job wise. I'm the Overstreet guy. Billy came up with this character, and I was like, I don't even know that character, and that made me intrigued. So we have a character who is called Bozo the Robot.
Yeah.
Which, from everything we can figure out, is not a robot. But we did put a little editorial note in that says apologies to all you Bozo the Robot purists.
Yes.
Which is probably one of my favorite things in the book, even though it's absurdly.
He's on page 10. And this is when the inking page 11 he's on? No, I'm working on page 11.
No, page 10, isn't it?
Yeah, page 10. So here we go. So this is what we're doing. So again, guys, I'm not sharing it. I'll share it. It's fun. Okay, so what we're doing is we're having a lot of fun with the public domain characters and all.
Yeah, the simplest way to describe that, Billy, is that it's the stuff that normally we would joke about and they go, oh no, we can't do that. And in this case, we're just jumping on it. Oh yeah, that's good, man. Look at that.
So here we go. So here we have the first appearance since Lord knows when of Bozo the Robot. And for those comic fans, I'm sure you recognize this face right here. But here's Anna, here's Rand after they switch into 1940s fashion, which I have a whole entire slew of fashion reference and all this. But here comes Bozo the Robot with his spinning little gyrocopter.
I love that that's supposed to make him fly. It's phenomenal.
And that really is what makes him fly. Is that. So what we're going to do in this panel, guys, is that the first 9 and 3/4 pages of this book are done in a pencil style, like how I've been drawing for the longest time, going directly from pencils to inks. Once Bozo the Robot shows up, Bozo here, he'll be inked. and all the people here will not. They'll be in pencil. Then once he lands, boom, this panel right here will all be inked. And he's like, get in. And they're like, okay. Can't tell you why, but it's funny. It's a lot of fun. And then Bozo takes off.
And then it will be literally from
Bozo.
It really starts on page 4, but at this point, the action becomes the proverbial nonstop.
Yeah. Excellent. Just good stuff. So off they go into the wild blue yonder, and where they end, it gets crazy after this. Then it gets super, super crazy and a lot of fun. And again, you guys are gonna love this stuff. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this book.
I feel really comfortable saying that.
Me too. I'm super proud.
We kicked this story around. I mean, honest to goodness, we've been kicking this story around for 3 years.
Yep.
And when we sat down to really work on it, the first half came together in days.
Yeah. So here we are. So if you guys could share this, let's play the trailer.
Yeah, sure.
Niall's making a more polished trailer, if you will. If I will. What's up, everybody? Billy Tucci here, and I am so proud to announce our latest original graphic novel, Shi Gatecrasher. In Gatecrasher, Anna Ishikawa, right allied with Ran, my original concept for Shi, finds herself trapped in comic book time and must battle through a cartoonist's history to find her way back to her daughter, Hotaru. I recut all that. Starting in 1938, Gatecrasher will take the reader on an amazing adventure across comics' incredible decades, trends, and genres that includes war, westerns, horror, apes, Nazis, space chicks, superheroes, romance, robots, dinosaurs, commies, cartoons, crime, bad girls, zombies. Duckstick! Duckstick's gotta be it. Along the way, the pair will stand side by side with the world's greatest indie and public domain heroes before coming face to face with Brian Pulido's iconic Lady Death. Sworn! Written by J.C. Vaughn and illustrated by me, Leandro Oliveira, and Hi-Fi Color Designs Brian Miller, Shi Gatecrasher is literally the destroy all monsters of comic book characters that features variant covers by Stan Sakai, Art T-Bear, Rini Strinkalski, and the legendary Rob Liefeld. So please join us on this fantastical 4-color adventure. I want to thank you for over 30 wonderful years in comics, and I know you're just going to love Gatecrasher. I'll see you in the funny books. There you go. Much appreciative thanks to Brian Pulido, Stan Sakai for allowing us to use their characters in Gatecrasher, to be featured in it. And who else did I have to our conversation for this weekend, Jeff, before New Year's.
Excellent.
I have to do that tomorrow. I have to do that tomorrow. So there might be another character in there.
Well, we've definitely got a couple others.
Yeah.
And I really think that it's going to be pretty freaking great.
It's going to be great.
And one of the things about this is that we're aiming to give readers a thrill ride. This is on the surface, it might appear to not be that deep a story, because it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be nonstop action from that page you showed with Bozo the robot. From that point on, it is nonstop action.
Mm-hmm.
And yet there's a deeper meaning to this. And I don't want to be all highfalutin. It's a comic book, but the fact is that this is a story about creator ownership.
Yes, 100%, 100%. And of course, we got Rob Liefeld.
You got Rob Liefeld doing Shi.
Yeah, how cool.
You got. You know what we didn't talk about?
I know.
You've got Art T. Bear.
We didn't mention RT Bear. I think you meant this cover. What we didn't.
Oh my gosh, you got that.
We'll have to do a reveal maybe tomorrow or something for that.
Okay. That's a great. I love that one.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the Stan Sakai one, man.
Oh yeah, and God bless Stan Sakai. I mean, he has been such an ally to us from San Diego Comic-Con when Debbie and I met him for the first time. And he was so nice and supportive and appreciative of us. It was just, we were so welcomed into this community.
Remember that cover you did for me for Overstreet for Comic Book Day with Yosagi Yojimbo and Painkiller Jane.
Yeah, I think I still have it.
It's a phenomenal piece.
Here's you can find that, Jeff. But of course, the great RT Bear. Thank you, Art, for this cool variant cover. It looks like a statue or a model. Or
it absolutely does. Like literally, this looks like the cover to the Aurora model kit of Shi from 1968.
Yeah. So
phenomenal.
We'll have this book ready for San Diego, so hopefully somebody will want to do that. We'll meet with some licensing people. Of course, we have sketch editions. We have, what is this one? The rough cut edition. Lots of fun stuff. And so please, guys, if you can help us get to 90,000.
Listen, most of people in the chat and probably most of the people watching are veterans. But let's talk about the rough cuts for a minute for people who are new. Tell them what the rough cut edition is.
Yeah, so the rough cut is basically, it's going to be 48 pages, probably more if I add the covers in it, maybe 52 pages or so of my original rough pencils, like what we show you with Bozo the robot, which are not really roughs. It's basically my pencils.
Yeah, they're very close to finished pencils, and in some cases they're more than finished pencils.
Yes. Like even with this one, I think I'm going to ink this page because it's so detailed. And we can just keep moving it forward with this book because I want to start to get like a machine, like we used to do. And now that we're ready, thanks to all of you out there, we are now ready at that point that we have the infrastructure. You got to remember, Jeff, a month ago, we didn't have our office, right? So we got that new office. We had to move everything out of the American Legion Hall, everything out of the storage, the giant storage pod I had, buy stuff, all the shelving, desks, computers, everything.
It's awesome. And it's a nice setup. Yeah. And it is also a way to keep things organized.
Yes. Everything is organized. All our books, all the BillyTucci.com books, all our previous crowdfunded books, all separated, cataloged, all of our special editions, and our direct market editions now too, because Shi Haikyo's come out. I'm sorry, Shi Return of the Warrior 1 and 2 have been out. Shi Return of the Warrior Ashcan, I think 1 and 2 have been out. So and a bunch of other stuff, cool sketchbooks and all. Our winter, for those of you that supported our Winter Wonderland. Look, that's all done. I think it's 48 pages or 52 pages. So that's all done right there. So that's going out. I think this went out to comic shops already. No, it didn't. It's going out tomorrow. This is what the boys are doing.
Excellent.
Yep, they're shipping all that. So thank you guys for that support.
Shipping them out a whole new door.
Yep, let's just get that out of here. So if you guys could, like I said, I'm sure many of you have supported us. I know that you're all friends. But if you can share it on your social media, let's just get, help push.
This is one of the things how we're, that we're looking at. And any campaign, whether it's the best of times economically or the sort of the doldrums that the country finds itself in now in terms of economics. The way these things succeed is when people other than us share it around.
Right.
And the Shi fans, the Tucci troopers, have been such an excellent source of that if they get behind this now, and what better way to celebrate the new year than getting behind Shi Gatecrasher.
Yes, of course.
I think it's really gonna be I think this, listen, we've done almost 90,000 on Indiegogo with other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So when Kickstarter kicks off in 13 days, it's going to rock.
Yeah, no, Kickstarters have been bigger. recently. Our last two campaigns.
No, I got to say, you guys got a really nice bump from starting with Ethan on the Indiegogo.
Oh God, yeah. Thank you so much, Ethan. Oh yeah, no, we know that, and you know, the thing about him is that he's so generous with his time, and you know, he could be promoting his stuff, and he always has us on. So it's thank you, Ethan. It is greatly appreciated, and we love you. I love you, buddy. If you're out there somewhere in YouTube land,
and even if he's not,
and if you're not, we love you anyway. So Old Bean, let's go to window. Let's do what we've got. So we'll go through this quick. We've been on an hour already, but am I sharing it? I have it in front of me.
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. So that's January. I have the Albuquerque Comic-Con. The Shi Gatecrasher Kickstarter is launching on the 15th. And we have one book for Diamond Solicitations, which is the Shi Haikyou #2 Rough Cut Edition. These are all in order of publication or printing, guys. February is a big month for us, direct market wise. We will have, and these are the dates and when they're due. We will be doing Shi Sakura #1 direct market edition. We do cover A, cover B, and then a cover C, which is a special Pearlized edition cover. Then we're going to be doing some signed editions because people have been asking for that. Some limited edition signed editions. They're all going to be in the previous in your previews world. If you guys look at that, come April of 2025. Haikyou. I think we're going to do a Valentine's Day special. I always like doing them. And that's got to be, we got to figure that out in a month. We have a month to figure that out. To be determined, Jeff. The Shi Senryaku 30th Anniversary Edition for the Diamond Books distribution to get into bookstores. Then, of course, our Shi Gatecrasher will close on the 13th of February. So Shi Gatecrasher will be a 28-day campaign. I guess, right? I
that
guess
sounds about right.
Yeah, because February messed me up, Jeff. That's why. And our goal is to have Shi Gatecrasher to the printer on the 14th. No pressure. 6 weeks. We can do it. After that, again, we're going to be going into for July release. I'll just start talking about when these books will be in stores.
Yes.
And this is how far ahead you have to do these things. So in March, we'll solicit the Shi Sakura Rough Cut Edition, the Shi Senryaku 30th Anniversary Celebration Jim Lee Dust Jacketed Edition. We're going to do something cool with that. People like the Frazetta. That's sold out. We have very few of those left. So we're like, well, shoot, let's do something cool. I'd love to do a Joe Jusko edition because we've been talking to retailers that want to start doing special orders from us. So maybe we do the Jim Lee one is for Diamond, and then maybe we do this for one of the retailers we're talking to. In March on the 3rd. If we can get Shi to the printer before this.
Gatecrasher.
Gatecrasher. Sorry, we can get Shi Gatecrasher to the printer before. It could be the end of February as long as it's at the printer. We will launch Shi Big in Japan. That is when Anna. For those of you who thank you for all of you that bought Shi Sakura at the end of it, you saw. Anna's, you saw at the end of Shi Haikyou, you were introduced to Anna's mother, and she played a big part in Shi Sakura. So now Anna is going to Japan. Wait, no, we found at the end of we found out at the end of Haikyou, her mother. So this is when Anna goes to Japan. Anna and Hotaru will be going to Japan, getting a whole lot of trouble. That'll be scripted by Stephen Peros, with art by me, edited again by J.C. Vaughn. Thank you, Jeffrey. And appreciate that. At the end of March, we plan to have Gatestarter fulfillment beginning. In April of this month, 4 short months away. And one of those months is really short, isn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah, it seems to be. It's only 28 days. It's not even a leap year. We're going to be hitting with our Diamond books again. Shi Sakura #2 direct market edition will be out. I will be at the South Carolina Comic-Con. I believe Debbie and I will be going to that as well. That's the first weekend in.
That is Robert Young's show.
Yes, Robert and Michelle Young's wonderful show. Our Indiegogos will be launching. We'll be closing our She Big in Japan Kickstarter and Indiegogo. And at the end of the month, the plan is to have She Big in Japan go to the printer. So, woo! That is the plan. My wife told me that my main priority is to draw, Jeff. That's what I have to do when I get up. I draw. So hopefully I can stick to it. May, this is for our September. Look at this. So when you're talking May, on the 5th of May, we will need to do our solicitations for books that are coming out in September of 2025. Not a lot, Jeff. Manageable, right?
Absolutely manageable.
Totally manageable. Shi Sakura #2 rough cut of 3. Shi Cyblade 30th anniversary edition, because I'd love to do that. And we'll do a Shi Cyblade 30th anniversary variant edition. And because it's Halloween, the way the comic shops do, September is their Halloween month, not October.
It's their month for getting it in, not
that
when they celebrate. It's just basically they've got to plan ahead of time.
Yes, so we can get that sucker in the store at the end of September or mid-September. So we're gonna do another trick or treat mystery comic. People seem to like that. We did it's Jeff. It's a book that's bagged and boarded, and it could be it's a $25 value book. It's one of our really rare books. A lot of times we've been slipping in metal editions, which are $100 plus books. Our jewel editions, some of our super ultra rare books. So that's what we'll be doing for that. May, Jeff. All our San Diego Comic-Con booth graphics have to be made. I'm not waiting to June like I do every year. It's going to be early May.
I'd like to say that I believe you.
Come on, you got to try to believe me. You got to try.
Listen, first off, I don't question the plan. The plan is excellent. It is ambitious, as Brett Carrera says, but you're not going to get anywhere without being ambitious.
No.
If you're not ambitious, She #1 never gets printed. If you're not ambitious, Some Trouble of Serious Nature never gets made. Right. If you're not ambitious, you don't bring She back at all.
Right. And I believe in me. You believe in me because you're gullible and you're my friend.
I do believe in you because I'm gullible.
I believe in me. And then our plan again, the fulfillment for She Big in Japan will begin in May, end of May.
And the whole, you know what? First as a fan, then as editor, but really as a fan, I freaking can't wait to see what you and Steve cook up for this arc.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a little powwow, because Steve Peros is also going to Albuquerque.
That's excellent.
We'll have a little dinner, have a little breakfast or something.
Don't make a left turn there.
Yeah. You were the one, right? June 2025. We got Battleship Island. We're going to launch on Indiegogo. It's going to launch on the 4th of June. What?
Which is part 2 of the next arc.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. Battleship Island is part 2 of Big in Japan. For those you guys can Google Battleship Island. You could see what it is. It's really cool. And then the next day we do our diamond solicitations, our direct market editions of Shi Sakura, and maybe Zombie Sama #1. That's the goal, is to do Zombie Sama. Well, why not? Let's have Zombie Sama #1 in comic shops. The book's already done, right, Jeff?
Absolutely. And just like the She Return of the Warrior stuff, we're in a position to serialize some of the impressive work that John Broglia has already done, which is issues upon issues worth of material, and introduce it to some people who might have missed out on it crowdfunding wise, and capture young Jim and the zombie plague of Long Island in spectacular fashion. And I've been a big proponent of this, you guys doing this, so I'm real excited about that too. Not that I like comics about zombies.
It's a great book.
It is.
Yep.
And truthfully, John has really poured himself into this whole story, and each each segment of it has, it's sort of peeling the onion. It's showing new layers of what's going on, relationships, and turmoil all around the, zombie plague, and then can I say resurgent zombie plague?
Yes, you can. You can. Speaking of the zombie plague, Jeff, I know you're a big fan of the Monroeville Mall and the events that took place in and around said mall, and in what was it, 1974? Is that when?
No, it's later. It's later than that.
78?
Probably 77, 78, somewhere in there.
All right, let's go with that. Someone out there knows. Marcus Gillagher probably knows. One of the most dangerous stunts I've ever seen, because it was on the other day, or I watched it on YouTube or something, was the helicopter decapitation.
Yeah.
That was actually an actor or a stuntman walking up to a rotating blade, a helicopter blade that was moving, and he had like
an extended head.
Like 6 inches of extra head, and it just cut perfectly with that Tom Savini makeup. Cut it perfectly, and the blood came down, and he just amazing.
Yeah, that movie. It's really funny for me, and that movie is what turned me into a zombie fan. And I grew up going to South Hills Village, which on the other side of Pittsburgh, in the other suburbs, is the same floor plan as Monroeville Mall. And so we would watch on the news at night because, hey, they were making a movie in Pittsburgh. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
And of course, Night of the Living Dead was already legendary by that point. So when Romero did things, people paid attention. And it was just, they would show you like they're pulling the zombies in. The zombies are pulling the guy's innards out. And like the intestines are made from chocolate cake.
Yeah.
And of course, we're like, my brother and I, oh, this is cool. But it was never quite as cool until my mother said, that's disgusting. And then it was, spectacular.
Yes.
And that really set me on the whole zombie path. When I moved to Texas, all the other guys were, well, not all, but a lot of the other kids were seeing Rocky Horror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We would go to the Friday night midnight movies, and we would see Dawn of the Dead.
I didn't know they did that.
Billy, I saw it 18 times in one summer.
Oh, that's great.
Forum 303 Mall, which I suspect isn't even there anymore. I don't know that for a fact. Is where they filmed a bunch of the interiors for Logan's Run, where the people are going into Carousel. So it was at one point a futuristic mall, but it had a movie theater there. And do we have time for a Kevin story?
Sure.
Okay, Kevin and I go to a different movie there, and we get there. The movie's just about to start showing. They're like maybe on the last trailer, and Kevin's, I'm sort of grumbling at Kevin because why ever he made us late and all that. And he says something snotty, and I said, "Oh, shut up! You're just mad because I won't teach you how to use the phone." And the girl laughed, right? The girl selling the tickets laughs, and then she looks over at Kevin, and he's doing this wounded face, like I've exposed his deepest, darkest secret.
Oh, really?
And then she's horrified and embarrassed, and we almost didn't make it into the theater because we were laughing so hard.
That's great. That is great.
Well, yeah, no, we literally turned Dawn of the Dead into a sing-along. Like where the one guy, where they're in there and Roger gets tackled by the zombie in Sears, and he drives the screwdriver into the zombie's head.
Yes.
We were singing, "It's Stanley, we want to help you do things right." I just love that. I just love that.
It was great watching it. We're like,
and it was just, it's the thing that I love about it is as bleak as it gets, as low as some of the characters get, there's still hope.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole thing about what I have to have in post-apocalyptic fiction. I've gravitated to post-apocalyptic fiction long before I even knew what that meant.
And now you're a master of it.
I don't know that I'm a master of it, but I do love it. And I think that's really that's a thing, you know. That spark of hope.
Yeah, that's
you
what there is.
I put a bit of that at the end of Zombie Proof Zombie Zoo. It just,
Yeah.
had to have it.
You had to have it.
Had to have some hope.
Yeah, have to have hope. You have to.
Because to me, if it's all bleak, and listen, creators make different choices all the time, and they're making the best choices they can, and you got to respect it. But why, on a personal level, why I lost interest in Walking Dead was when they killed Tyrese, and
really?
Tyrese was the character that if you didn't love him, you were an idiot. You were heartless. And I understand, like I said, I totally respect their choices, their right to make their choices, all that kind of stuff. I'm not bellyaching about it. I'm just saying, for me, with this stuff, if it is all bleak, then you're like, why go on?
Right. Yeah, of course. Agreed.
That's where you jump on the great grenade to save the platoon at that point.
Just like, okay. Oh. So, anyway,
so you got Heroes Con then.
Yes. Yep. Well, we're going to launch Battlefield Island. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to launch Battleship Island on Indiegogo on the 7th. I'm sorry, on the 9th. And then the next day, on the 4th, I'm looking at the end. On the 4th of June, and then on the 12th of June, we'll launch Shi Battleship Island on Kickstarter for our Kickstarter backers. June 13th to the 18th. A lot of these dates includes my travel time as well. So yeah, I will be down at Charlotte, North Carolina for the Comic-Con. Once
you have to go to press on the San Diego specials.
Yeah, we're going to print all over San Diego specials, hopefully even before Heroes. So I can actually bring some with me to Heroes Con. We'll see. Going into July, again, we're going to go a little light with our solicitations. It's for November, which is our holiday theme, but it's a big month, right, Jeff? I mean, San Diego Comic-Con takes up so much time and energy. Oh my gosh, drives you crazy. But it's something we all must do. So we're going to have going with our typical, our standard format of putting out books. The Shi Sakura Rough Cut, Zombie Sama Winter Ronin. That's right, it is a big book. September, that's a big book. Zombie Sama Winter Ronin is gorgeous. For those
it's so phenomenal.
Fucking phenomenal it is. It's
and
so
one of the things I think we were talking about this the other day, that John, I really think you guys should look at what Mike Oeming did with blue tones instead of gray tones in Blue Book, his book with James Tynion the Fourth.
Yeah,
they did two miniseries, Blue Book and Blue Book 1947, and they're both gorgeous. And I've always loved Mike's work to begin with, and Mike's such a great guy, but he did blue tones instead of gray tones in it, and oh my gosh!
Oh, I love it. Like we were talking, like Darwin's Parker books.
Even more so. It's just when I get gaga about stuff, I tend to keep it around.
Yeah, let's see it. Hang on. Let's see. Hang on. Yeah, good stuff. Look at that.
Jeez, look.
Great. Looks great, buddy. Show the cover. Show the cover. Blue Book.
This is Blue Book 1947 or Blue Book Volume 2. And one of the things, and I'm just saying this totally as a fan, that when you see this stuff work, look at what a splash of color does to it.
Yeah. Yep. Brilliant. Oeming is, and he's brilliant.
Mike, and Mike's been great for a long time. The first page of original art I ever collected, that I actually got from a creator, was a Steve Irwin page from the Batman, from Deathstroke the Terminator at DC. Steve was an artist who went to the same retailer I did. But once I got out in the industry, the first page I ever got was Mike's page 1 of issue number 1 of Jim Kruger's Foot Soldiers. And I've been a fan of Mike's ever since. I bought some pages from the Powers Activity book. He did a McCandless cover for me. And, you know, he's just always been great. And to see him, one of the things I like is when people don't plateau.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like you, like why I'm fascinated. No, seriously, why I'm fascinated with your combination with Leandro or Gardenio.
Yeah.
Is you're at a point where you could be doing good work and you've chosen to do great work.
Yeah, we want to do great work like this with like fun
and that's what Oming is doing. It's what John Snyder III is doing. And so you see guys that are old enough they could be phoning it in and getting by.
Right.
You know, and it's better than that, and it's way better than that. And so to me, I've told you there's a couple pages in the Return of the Warrior arc that I think are among the best stuff you've ever done.
Oh, well, thank you.
And that's, you know, that's just and I want to be able to say that too, you know.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Somebody I did not put. Yes, I will. Where's that? Philbo, what's up, Philbo Baggins? No Garden State. Yo, definitely Garden State Comic Fest. I don't know why I didn't add that. I apologize. I'll definitely be there.
It's an intentional slight against New Jersey.
Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite cons. I think I'm only doing Saturday again because maybe that's why I didn't put it in. We have something going on. I think. Oh, my nephew's graduating high school, and
that's what it is.
It's his party that Sunday. So I will only be there on Saturday again, and but I don't know why I didn't put that in. But I will definitely be at Garden State Comic Fest. Right. I'll be coming in Friday. The show is I'll be there Friday night, Saturday night for sure, and then Sunday morning I'll go home like I did this 2 years ago. Or was it this year? Yeah, this past year was Matthew's graduation, high school graduation weekend. The year before that was my Uncle Vinny's 80th birthday, so I couldn't be there on Sunday. So let's just not even have me on Sundays in that. That last weekend in June. It's always some family stuff.
Listen, old bean, I have to step away for about 3 minutes.
All right,
and take care of something. I need to take care of something, but I'll be right back. You can keep talking.
All right, buddy. Thank God. No, I joke. I jest. So June, big month. Yes, I got to add that to this. I can't do it to this one because I'm on the PC, but I will definitely update that. That's weird. Also, May, did I say Free Comic Book Day? Oh, no, Free Comic Book Day. I will not be anywhere for Free Comic Book Day because we are hoping to be in Miami for the Miami Grand Prix. Formula One racing. We promised our son William we'd take him there, and we have friends that have tickets for us. So anyway, come in July, like I said, I will be at Garden State Comic Fest. June, big month, San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to close out Shi Battleship Island, Kickstarter and Indiegogo. We will launch a week before San Diego Comic-Con, our San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. We might even do that before. I just don't want them to get in the way of the closing of the campaigns. And then, of course, if anyone's out there for San Diego Comic-Con, please join us. We have a great Saturday night, again, with the cigars. We go by the fire pits at the Marriott Hotel. We have a blast, man. We have a blast. August, my birthday month. We will have our Diamond Comic Distributors. Shi Gatecrasher, the book that you guys get paid for right here, will be broken down and put on more affordable paper for the direct market. That's still up in the air because I think it might be kind of too soon. It'll be at Terrificon, of course. And we're going to and then we will produce our New York Comic Con exclusives. Going into September 2025, we're going to do something special for Diamond Comic Distributors. That's for January 2026, but we'll get it out in the first week in December. That's our Shi merch month. That's when we're going to put together a bunch of cool Shi stuff, give some breaks on older stuff for Diamond Comic Distributors, T-shirts and challenge coins and all our cool stuff. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out. Challenge coins, Our silver bars are great. We have those. Zippo lighters we've done. Look at that. How cool is that? Let's go big on me because Jeff's not here, so I'll go big. See? Fun stuff. Shi Zippo lighters. Look at that. Maybe we'll bring this back for the 30th anniversary of Shi Senryaku. I know it's not very PC. These are silver bars. Look at this. Look how cool this is. This is an actual ounce of pure silver. And on the back, it's all numbered. See? This one's mine. There's only 30 of them for the 30th anniversary. And, of course, we have our super cool challenge coins that we do. What other cool stuff? Well, you see a bunch of that stuff. That's what we're going to do for June. I'm sorry, for August, right? Because that's my birthday and Deborah's birthday month. And William's the 28th of July. So we'll be for William. And that's September, so it's not. Okay. We'll have our New York Comic Con stuff for October. Again, a new IP is launching. Now I'll give you guys a little hint. That new IP will be debuting at San Diego Comic Con. My wife thinks it's the best thing I've ever come up with. And it's something I'm super excited. I've been working on this idea for close to a decade. And it is so much freaking fun. You guys are going to love it. I'll give you a little hint. It's another badass female character. And it's perfect. It's a perfect setting, a perfect scene. And I think you guys are going to love it. And if you guys would support us, that would be great. But that launches on the 1st of October, 2025. And then we'll do our Diamond Comic Distributors. She Gatecrasher Rough Cut. If we do that, She Dorm of the Dead will be coming out. A Child is Born. I'm thinking about doing its 15th anniversary of A Child is Born. But we'll let you guys all know if we do that. That's all with Diamond, and that's for December solicitations. So that's what we got. And new IP Kickstarter, Baltimore Comic Con. I will be at the New York Comic Con, I think, for 2 days only, because we have some Matthew stuff with college. So we might only be there for 2 days. Like last time we were there for 1 day. That's when he starts to ramp up his wrestling again at school. And then we go to November. She Big in Japan. The new IP will close in November on the 5th of November. And the Kickstarter will close. And the Big Apple Comic Con, one of my favorite cons, will be that. So we're going to leave it at that. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's our 2025. Fun stuff. Old Bean.
Old Bean.
It's going to be a fun, crazy, busy.
Listen, it's going to be a demanding year.
Yeah.
Debbie is right. You can sort of have that tattooed. Mm-hmm. Debbie is right that you've got to be drawing, and writing. If this is going to work, it's going to be very demanding on you as well as the other team members, Mr. Peros, myself, Mindy, Jason Odom, Debbie, name it. It's going to a lot to do. The great thing is you're surrounded by creative people, and you are really focused on getting some of this stuff done. We've been reminded through the loss of friends that we're all on the clock.
Yep.
And you've got ideas. The one that you're talking about for the fall, I know Debbie thinks it's probably your biggest idea ever.
Yes.
I think I don't know if it's that big or not, but I know it is grand.
It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to draw it. And it's a lot of fun. And how
long have we been talking about that one?
Almost a decade.
Yeah. So it is stewed for long enough. It has been in the crock pot for that long.
And we have to talk to Jeff now. We have to look at that schedule, because I don't really have to do much for that other stuff, right, Jeff, at all, except for a cover, right?
Yeah, you have to do a cover, and that is all for that.
For that secret. So we have to have a meeting with Deb and plan all that stuff out too. So there's a lot more stuff coming out from Crusade.
And there's other things too. You will have. There will be opportunities that pop up, and we'll try to derail this because what happens when you're doing your own thing. That's when the other guys come calling.
Yeah.
And sometimes the opportunity is too good to pass up.
Yeah,
If somebody came in and said, Billy, we really want to do an omnibus of Sergeant Rock Lost Battalion and the other great story you did, and produce a really deluxe hardcover version of that, you'd have to stop and participate in that, because that's one of your seminal works. But
Right.
the truth is, I'd like to see you do that the way that Jimmy did with 21 Down.
Yes,
I mean,
and that's
everything that happened with Sergeant Rock was you doing it anyway. I don't mean
right.
any slight against the folks at DC, but they more than have their hands full with what they're doing. I mean, Scott Snyder's exciting turnaround of Absolute Batman is selling great guns, and they've followed that with Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and they've got other things planned. But Snyder's Absolute Batman seems to be the sales cream of the crop. Other people make value
Matthew
judgments.
loved it. Yep, my son
And
loves it.
honestly, here's the deal: anything that is that good for comics is fine by me.
Yep,
People
100%.
being excited about DC after some years of not is a great thing for comics. And
Exactly.
that's only good for the retailers. That's only good for us. That's only good for anybody in the whole ecosystem. But I think it's pretty clear from this schedule that your calling is your stuff. And
I think so.
it's time to deliver on that.
Yes, it is. It's time for us to move forward and keep going. Now, Jeff, speaking of moving forward, Captain Action versus Al Capone Vampire
Indeed.
#1 is on Kickstarter. Is this closed, or is
No,
that?
it's finished, yes, but because Kickstarter now you can take late pledges.
All right.
And our aim is to go to the printer on I think the files to the printer on the 9th.
Let's see if I have it here. Captain Action. The 9th, huh? Whoa,
Yeah.
talk about. Well, you were way ahead of the game with that one.
No, actually, really, Billy,
No?
for me,
I saw that.
I'm a month and a half behind. And part of that is getting sick in the middle of that. And you know very well what happens. And the dangerous side of your tight schedule for this year is if you get sick.
Yes.
And that's really something when it's all on your shoulders. And, as Deb points out, you've got to be drawing because people want to see Shi from you.
Yeah.
That's
the thing. We have 2 Shi books coming out. It probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Well, we also have a son that I have to pay for his fucking college and stuff.
So you have to do this stuff.
I mean, get some money, but but we'll see. I think we could do it. J.C. Vaughn, $3,662 for Captain Action versus Al Capone Vampire. Guys, back this project if you can. I've seen the artwork for it. It is phenomenal. Professor Bang. Excellent, old chum. Excellent, old bean. Guys, let's get
the thing that I'm really excited about this one is that I was when I was a little kid, I was a G.I. Joe kid. I didn't know anything about Captain Action, and as an adult, as somebody covering the market, I got to meet Ed Cato and Joe Ahern, and then later their other partner Michael Polis of Captain Action Enterprises, and then the great Michael Urie's book on Captain Action. And he is the original superhero action figure. And then it became a comic book at DC in the late 60s and is Jim Shooter's first published credit. Now, it's not his first published comic book, but it's the first time he had a credit in a book. Look at that. That's the frames just did that as a pinup. When I got it, I was like, that's not a pinup. That's a trading card.
I love it. Love it.
And they're I mean, they I've worked with them since we did Antiques together in the early 2000s. So I've been working for them for a really long time. And yet almost page after page in this book, when I get it in, I'd say this is their best work ever.
And it is. They're just doing a phenomenal job.
And then Brian Miller colored that sequence there. And it's basically, my real goal with this was to emulate the black and white pre-credit sequence in Casino Royale. And I think that they freaking nailed it. Brian nailed it. And I really wanted to have the feel of that and the Mission Impossible movies to sort of get back to Captain Action as Master of Disguise, which was the original, selling point of the action figure. There's been some really great takes on the character through all the years, and various comic book incarnations, original DC, Moonstone, Dynamite. But I really wanted to do this. I've been really pleased with the reaction from the Captain Action guys. And matter of fact, that's what's going on right now is just they're giving a final run through the dialogue and the colors. Everything's done. We still do, final notes on that. There's a couple of things that I know need to be fixed. Old Cap, Jason Odom, has given us a few notes. We got most of them as we went, but there's still a few things we got to tweak. But I'm real excited. It's 48 pages, solid. There's no fluff in this book, and it's so much fun. And what's really great about it is, the frames at one point, it was 46 pages with a couple of editorial pages. And then the frames, like, we really want to extend this fight sequence. And I go, yeah, we actually need a little more Al Capone in this, considering he's our character. Right. Because we really favored Captain Action and his team because we just wanted to do it right. And Joe and Ed and Michael really gave us a lot of leeway, including, and I think this was so kind, they let us introduce Professor Fangs, which is their new villain.
Yes.
And he's appearing for the first time in this comic book before the action figure even appears.
Isn't that great? And we have a photo cover of the
that's a photo cover generated by their team at LBO Toys. And it's pretty great.
It is great. And look at you, Jeff. Here's another thing about Jeff. Jeff is such a great ambassador for our industry that Jeff has created 11 Kickstarters and he's backed 125 of them. So if you guys can, the link is here. Marcus keeps posting it up. If you guys could please share this campaign, he is going to press in a week. It sounds like.
Like literally, as long as the notes come in and the colorists get back with the changes, Mindy works really quickly. Yes, so I'm not worried about it on her end. And I really can't wait for people to see this. I'm so tickled with the ending of this, and I rarely say that about my stuff, and I just, it's just what I wanted it to be, and the frames just freaking nailed it, as they usually do. I'm so happy with the Captain Action pages. The Capone stuff, I didn't have any worries. They've been my partners on it all along since we introduced Capone in Vampire PA, Bite Out of Crime #1. It's that, and I gotta say what's really cool is the next Al Capone story is completely drawn.
That's great.
Yeah, so
good for you, buddy.
And what we think we're gonna do, well, I don't know, I can say we yet. What I think we're gonna do is, I think it's gonna be Al Capone / Vampire PA annual, and it's going to be a flip book.
Oh, nice.
Because we are going to wrap up the Vampire PA story. We love those characters, but it's always been a finite thing that has an ending. Capone is much more open-ended. And so what we're going to do is a story that sets up the final story for Vampire PA. And I guess I can say this here since we've got a good audience.
It's just us, Jeff.
Yes. Okay. Kevin Van Hook, who co-created Bloodshot for Valiant.
Mm-hmm.
and who is a special effects guru in Hollywood. He's even directed his own movies. Kevin has a character that was in the early days of indie stuff, the black and white boom, had a character called Frost, or Jack Frost, that dealt with the occult. And he's going to have a cameo in Vampire PA.
Oh, nice. What year did he come out?
Oh, man. You know what? I should know that off the top of my head. I don't. But I will say during Kevin's run on Bloodshot, which was extensive, of course, in the original Valiant, Frost did have a cameo in that, which was really cool to have a creator-owned character having a cameo in the middle of this, corporate comic.
That's great.
And, I mean, for me, Bloodshot was never as great as when it was him and Don Perlin together. But a lot of people have done some really cool stuff. Matter of fact, Kevin just did a part of their Bloodshot Black, White, and Red miniseries. He did one that he wrote and illustrated himself. He also did a real nice tribute to Don Perlin and that ran, I think, in the first issue. And then I think his story was in the second, but there's an element of nostalgia to it too. But there's the thing that you and I believe about people who made the characters, working on the characters.
Yep.
So having him say that we could do that and have it, and it'll be a pivotal role. It'll be a small cameo. It's not going to be like he's a co-star in the book or anything like that. But
it is a cameo. It is an appearance.
It's a new way for me to acknowledge somebody who influenced me, whose work I've enjoyed, and who I think is a nice guy.
Good for you. Excellent.
And
that'd be a fun one.
Yeah, and also, I will say that we've had some creators, some other creators. One of which who has been in the chat here, who were talking about doing a 8-pager for Capone.
Oh, nice.
with his character, and it'll actually be one of Capone's agents, but the part that's in my head is really really freaking cool. So we want the Capone story in the annual and the Vampire PA story in the annual. Like I said, it'll be a flip book. Both set up the next one shots. Okay. The Capone thing, like I said, is open ended, but the thing it's going to set up in Vampire PA is the ending, and I'm really excited about that.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
So, and as you know, I've got a couple other things brewing too.
Well, let's do it. Let's do this. Yes, we do. Yes, we have some things brewing on top of that. So, excellent. Well, guys, I want to thank. I have a few things. So let me see what did I see first. Oh, go on the Jack Show and plug this night. I can only go if I'm invited. I love watching the Jack Show, so hopefully they'll invite me on. I'd love to plug it. I love them guys. So another comment here. Here we go. Check your FBM. I sent some art a while ago. Let me know what you think. Christian Zaffo. Zaffo or Zaffo?
Zaffo, I would think.
Zaffo. Let me know. I will check my Facebook messages. I definitely will, Christian. I apologize for not doing so. Sometimes I get so many of those bad boys, I don't even see it. And Daniel Russell. Hey, Billy, I did another sheet drawing for you. Where do I send it? Well, don't send it to Facebook Messenger. Dude, send me through Twitter, okay? I'll see that. Or if you want to send it, go to my website and hit contact us. That's my email. I'll get that email. So thank you for that. I'm honored, guys. This is wonderful news.
That's really cool.
So anyway, guys, let me go to She Gatecrasher. I'll just share the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about that just a little bit more.
She Gatecrasher, guys. We are kicking ass on this book. We are planning. It is scheduled to go to the printer in mid-February, to the end of February, and we start fulfilling at the end of March. That's our plan. That's up for me to start working my ass off to do it, and I think I can. Just again, we are about $500 away from unlocking the Rini Strikalski, this beautiful trading card.
Take a look at that. Take a look at that cover. Take a look at all the great Golden Age characters that are on there, as in addition to Ran and Shi.
Yep, yep. And again, there's our hardcover edition. The Kickstarter for Kickstarter backers out there, that launches on the 15th of February. I'm just waiting for Niall to get me some countdown stuff for the new video.
And as I mentioned earlier, and I want to really push this, even if you've already backed this and you want to see color pages for this, the campaign's going to have a bunch of those pages on it, and you're going to be blown away. If you like the pencils, just wait till you see these things.
Yep. And then and we're going to have to unveil this gal right here, because she is now in the public domain as of yesterday.
How did that become a gal?
Shh, everyone knows it's a gal. So,
Yeah.
All right, Old Bean, I will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm tired. I want to go to bed, and so I can get up early and finish this by noon tomorrow. And everyone out there,
I'm tired and I want to go to bed, and I immediately flash to Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss.
Well, I am home. We're both home, hopefully. You're definitely home. I'm home. We're all home.
I want to thank everybody in the chat tonight, and for participating. And you guys are what make this doable.
Sure do.
And if you listen, I hope you've already backed this campaign for Shi Gatecrasher. And if you haven't, if you're waiting for the Kickstarter, just jump on it as soon as we start. The bigger splash we make, the more people get to see it. That really helps. And if you're so inclined to check out Mr. Capone and Captain Action, I welcome the support.
Yep, thank you. And I don't know what he's saying. Sorry about my tweet. Then Billy, I don't know I didn't say anything wrong with any tweets. Anyway, everyone have a very, very happy New Year. Welcome to
it's the first show of the new year. Absolutely.
Yep, first show of the new year.
First new year for
so listen to this. I got to show you something real quick. And I don't know if I should do a show on it, but I'm going to get up and walk over. I have my sweatpants on.
Well, it wouldn't be a Billy Tucci show with me on it if you didn't leave at least once.
Exactly. So this right here. Okay.
When you appear like that, I always imagine you fell down the stairs.
Oh, okay. Thanks. There he goes. Thank you. That'd be great. Thank you. Yes, it is a long goodbye. This right here, I'm not going to show the thing, is, I don't know if you know, but I was on my father's side. I was not born a Tucci. Okay. I'm all Italian on my mother's side with a tiny bit, with 3% Greek. I'm all Sicilian. But inside this box is, through Ancestry.com.
Oh.
My father's childhood friend found me on Ancestry. And for the past 40 years, almost 40 years, when my grandmother died, I never had contact with my family. There was a rift when I was born between my mother and my grandparents. It was terrible. My father passed away. Big rift. I never met my grandparents. I hadn't seen them since I was an infant. And he found me on Ancestry, sent me an email.
This is your father's childhood best friend.
Yes, one of his friends, not his best friend, but he's like grew up across the street.
And a family friend too.
Yes, and a family friend. Like, my grandmother is his son's godmother. So he, when she was dying, charged him with giving him all our family photos. So that's all in here. Is all like my photos. My grandmother was in vaudeville. My great grandmother was in vaudeville. My grandfather was an artist. They came over from the UK, and so I can't wait to. I think tomorrow night I'm going to open all the. Me and Deb. I've waited 56 years for this, I guess. So I might as well. I can wait another day or so, and I'm pretty nervous about it. But his name is Walter. I call him Uncle Walter. Kissam, and he changed my life, and my whole life is in here. Like, my whole family's photos, my whole family, their legacy is inside this box.
Between that and your ancestry explorations, It's been a period of massive change for you.
Yep, sure. Yeah, it sure is. So it's very exciting. So I'm a little, we'll see what we do. So, all right, guys. Well, it was great talking to you all. Happy New Year. I know 2025 is going to be a great year. And peace, love, comics to you all. Old Bean, thank you for joining me. I will talk to you tomorrow.
Indeed.
Find the now it's called Media Assets. So let me find the bye-bye end screen. And you guys have a great day. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Good night, everybody.
And hopefully Cecil will have me on the Jack Show. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.